East Yorkshire seaside town who, by their own admission, have nothing to hide from each other, quite literally.
They certainly don't hide.
Don't joke.
Well, they're delicates to me. It's the Bridlington Veterans Coffee Morning Group have raised a few eyebrows and a few smiles with their semi-naked calendar.
Always good to raise a snigger, isn't it? They're raising money for Parkinson's UK, and they decided to take on the challenge as two close friends that have the condition and know how important raising money really is in finding a cure. They've been talking to our man, Matt Price.
It brings a whole new meaning to the phrase news in briefs. A group of burly Bridlington veterans who are now much closer than before, and who to thank but the better half of one ex-Navy serviceman who's from the town.
How can we come up with a way to earn some money towards Parkinson's UK? My wife came up with the idea of a saucy calendar.
They've chosen that charity as it's close to their hearts. Two of those in their social circle have the neurological condition Parkinson's, which cannot be cured.
Armed Forces veterans, as I'm sure you're aware, we're a very close-knit community, and in Bridlington especially, we've got a great group of guys, and we always help each other. We're there for each other.
And help and laugh they did. From firefighters pole dancing to technicians typewriting, it has it all. No, literally everything. So cheeky, we've had to keep some of the pictures under wraps.
Oh, it was such a laugh to walk in and see gentlemen of my age and slightly older in different stages of undress, but a bottle of rum and a bottle of whiskey helped settle the nerves.
By their own admission, the veterans here took inspiration from the Yorkshire-born and bred calendar girls who had a huge success with their first fundraiser back in 1999.
Look at that youngster there.
For these ex-military men, their friend Ray was the reason they wanted to help. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in June 2022. He laughs about the pictures. I think they were very funny. But cannot fathom how they've managed to raise over £3,500 so far.
It came as a shock to me to raise that amount of money.
Money which will go towards helping those with the condition. Sue cares for her husband David, who was diagnosed 2 years ago.
You've done an amazing job, and what a fun way of doing it as well.
I think those donations are the lifeblood of the Parkinson's community. Without it, we'd be nothing. So we're so grateful to them.
These veterans meet for a coffee every week, a date firmly fixed in their calendar for many months to come. Matt Price, ITV News, Bridlington.
Brilliant stuff. Unfortunately, we haven't got the calendar here.
That's a good job. You don't want to be looking at things like that.
Maybe not, no.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, I didn't know whether I was going to cough there or laugh, or I was
Neither
choking
did I.
a bit. I don't know what
I
it
had
did
to
to me,
save
that.
you. I had to save you. Let's go to Kerry now with the weather.
comes to raising money for charity, many people do a sponsored run, maybe host a bake sale, or even organise a raffle. But our next guest, well, to put it bluntly with you, they took all their clothes off.
They really did. They really did. Members of the Bridlington Veterans Coffee Morning Group came up with the idea to create a naked calendar, perfectly titled Privates on Parade, to raise money and awareness for those with Parkinson's.
Yes, and we're lucky to be joined by 5 of them now. Ray Francis, Mike Rubery, Martin Jolly, Barry Clark and Ray Eggleton. This is just brilliant. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
We've had a peek look. You are absolutely naked, there's no doubt about that. And you look like you enjoyed the experience, gentlemen. Mike, good fun?
Certainly. Oh, yeah, it was excellent fun, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was my wife, and she had the idea of doing this, so we've her to blame for this, but we've had so much fun doing it. This man here, Ray, who is he's got the Parkinson's condition, he was the first to take his clothes off. He wanted to do it first, so...
Well, Ray, or should I call you Mr. December, because that's who you are now. Right. How did you find the experience? Because you all really seem like you've enjoyed it.
Well, I would struggle to the amount of money that we raised. And we gave to the Parkinson's at our place in excess of £3,700. Which was brilliant.
That's an amazing amount of money, Ray. I mean, it's a lot of cash for a very, very good cause and something you understand very well.
Absolutely.
Yes, Parkinson's yourself. So it must mean an extra amount to you.
Well, it does. It does. In so much as I was surprised at the amount of money we raised.
I bet.
And do you know why you took your clothes off first, Ray? Because you're the best looking one.
There you go. He knows. December, he knew exactly what he was doing. And I think it is one of those things, isn't it, guys? It's you do something like this, and I'm going to say that like it's the norm. You do something like this. You put everything together. Your wife's sort of brainchild this project has been, or as you said earlier, your wife's fault. But you don't actually know if anyone's going to buy into it and actually support what you're doing. Isn't that right, Ray?
No, it's been very surprising, the amount of support we've had. I think when Anne came up with the idea, she didn't realise how enthusiastic we would be. But as veterans, we're not really averse to taking our clothes off.
Won't be the first time.
We want to reveal you all in a moment. But Martin, first of all, can I just ask you, in terms of tanning, waxing, kind of general body gardening...
The preparation.
Didn't need it.
No,
there you go.
Oh, natural. Be prepared, folks. Shall we start revealing all?
Go on then, go on.
What do you want to do?
Let's start with you, Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. December. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, you. There we go.
The cold caller.
Okay, up next we have got, I've opened this very close to my face, we have got our very own Mike, Mr. October.
No, they're not going to.
Oh, my word.
I didn't think we should.
That is brilliant.
Oh.
Okay.
Next up, it's Martin. Yes, you, Martin. It's Mr. July.
Yes.
I've still got the splinters off that wooden motorbike.
I bet you do. I bet you do. Up next, we have Barry
You look so nervous.
and Mr. May.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Casual.
Oh, yeah, casual. You look
Casual,
very good.
Barry.
You've done this before.
Your camera's just big enough, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine some of the chat there. That was extraordinary.
And
last but
lastly-
not least, it is Ray, who is our Mr. August.
Can I just say, Ray was 93 on Monday. He's our oldest model. 93.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? Tell us what your secrets, because we need to know.
Nivea.
Oh, no, then.
He eats well, drinks well.
Yes. Yes, eat well, exercise,
and
Get your
look after yourself in general.
Well, it's certainly
and I've got
working.
an excellent wife as well.
Ah, that's very nice.
How much of a say did you have in the styling of it all? I mean, obviously you went for the pole straight away. You look very natural with that. Did you generally, was it kind of
It was all our own poses. We made the decision when we were had the idea that we were all going to do our own pose, and it was just us and the photographer. Who, can I mention Ian Ellis? He's an amateur photographer who's in our group, and he did it. And the graphic designer was Graham Ambler, who did a fantastic job with the calendar, I'm sure you'll agree. So need to say thanks to those. And to all the other models, of course, who are out here.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're calling them models, are we?
Yeah.
Yes, we absolutely are.
Good.
And obviously, you know, jokes aside, you've had a lot of fun with this. You really have. But, Mike, tell us what the money that you raise from selling these calendars will actually do.
Well, all the money's going to go to Parkinson's UK, and they're going to use it for research, and hopefully they can find a cure for this condition, Parkinson's. Ray's actually got Parkinson's Plus, which is a more advanced form of Parkinson's. So, and he's our inspiration. So that's why we're doing it.
Well done to you all. It's so brilliant and so lovely to see you having such a laugh whilst raising some money. Well done.
I'm looking forward to next year's calendar when you even get social, lads.
There's talk of Bollywood too.
I really am.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, Mike.
Watching you, Mr. December.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
He's watching you.
Watching you.
Hey, I'll jump in there.
Do you know what, Ray? Can you watch him for me? Because he does play me up. Can you watch him for me, please?
Don't forget to mention your own town, Ray. Where were you born? Cleckheaton.
Yeah. Oh, well, say hello to them all.
Yeah.
Say hello to them all in Huddersfield. It's been lovely talking to you all. Have a great Christmas and fair play to you.
Enjoy. I like that. It's going on my wall, boys. It's going on my wall.
Take care. Well done.
Of a nervous disposition, you might want to look away now, because a group of veterans from Bridlington have joined forces to raise money for charity, as well as raising a few eyebrows. Members of the Bridlington Veterans Coffee Morning Group have posed naked for a calendar, and it's proved popular, selling out and raising around £7,000 for Parkinson's UK. They were inspired to undress, as two of the group are living with the condition. Gemma Dawson has been to meet them.
Oh, it was such good fun. So many naked veterans in a cafe.
There was a few rums to calm the nerves. And we all got our bits and pieces out, so to speak.
I was really up for it, to be honest. I wanted to do it, so yeah, as you'll see if you look at my picture, Mr. October, you'll see.
These brave veterans in Bridlington are bearing all, and it's all down to Mr. October's wife.
My wife came up with this idea, what about a calendar? Calendar girl style calendar, and we all went, oh no, that's not going to work. But luckily for us, it has. It's really taken off.
There's been such media interest, it's been amazing.
You are absolutely naked, there's no doubt about that. And you look like you enjoyed the experience, gentlemen.
The first run, 500 calendars, went within about 4 weeks.
Apart from the mickey taking from some of my old colleagues, my phone never stopped pinging, but by and large, a slap on the back, well done.
The calendar is raising money for a cause close to their hearts.
Great that we're doing it for Parkinson's UK, and as you've seen Ray in there, who was suffering quite badly with it.
I was overwhelmed by it.
Did you want to be part of it?
Yes, and I was supposed to do strip off.
They're like Dad's Army on steroids, these guys. They're just absolutely unbelievable, aren't they, Sue?
Totally. But, you know, we've got to say a huge thank you because what they've been doing is raising awareness of Parkinson's, as well as
the money,
raising all of these funds, which is going to make a huge difference.
The veterans are all now enjoying their newfound fame, but are hoping Mr. October's wife doesn't have any more good ideas. Gemma Dawson, BBC Look North in Bridlington.
Well done to all the veterans raising money for a good cause and a lot of money as well.
We run a coffee morning twice weekly, locally in the town. One of our members, Ray, Mr. December, has got Parkinson's. We came up with an idea of how can we raise some money for not only the community but also our group and friends. And we decided we'd raise some money for Parkinson's, and my wife came up with an idea. Why don't we do a calendar girl style calendar? And us being veterans, we'll do it. We got our clothes off there and then virtually.
Initially we put out 500 calendars which sold really well in less than 3 months. So it's been absolutely fantastic. Much better than we expected.
We got it in our heads we were going to do it, and we had all the volunteers. Straight away we had 12 volunteers to do it.
Everybody put their names forward for what month they want. Mine's July because that's my birthday, and I think we've won 2 other birthdays as well in their months. So yeah, it's quite democratic apart from how much we're back, you know. A bit disappointed because February's a short month.
playful tip of the hat to a group of veterans who've brought naked ambition to every month of 2024. This ukulele show a celebration of what you might call creative fundraising. From Mr. August's grasp of the situation to Mr. December's unusual call handling technique, this was a group of friends giving their charity calendar, quite literally, everything they've got.
None of us expected it. It's something we were doing locally for our good friend here and for other sufferers. And yes, it was a joke, it was a laugh. Yeah, let's do it. And then for it to snowball like it had.
This year has actually brought him out of himself. We're just very glad to have him as part of our group.
And you've got something more in common than being veterans now as well.
Yes, he's seen mine and I've seen his.
The calendar, dubbed Privates on Parade, came together after Ray, who's a member of the Bridlington Veterans Coffee Morning Group, was diagnosed with the incurable neurological condition Parkinson's 2 years ago. Inspired by Yorkshire's very own Calendar Girls, who raised money for cancer charities through a similarly risque release, they've so far generated almost £9,000 for Parkinson's UK. Today they were served a slice of gratitude during a special reception at Bridlington Town Football Club. It hosts a monthly Parkinson's social group that Dave, who was diagnosed in 2020, brings together.
If you are on your own with Parkinson's, you're in a very bad place. If you're a part of a community, you're in a much better place, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
Even the music here was provided by fundraisers. Thornton Ledale Ukulele Group raised £3,500 for the charity, though the sheer cheek of these veterans promises year-round entertainment. Jonathan Brown, ITV News, Bridlington.
Now, next on Look North, do you remember this?
Oh, it was such good fun. So many naked veterans in a cafe.
There was a few rums to calm the nerves. And we all got our bits and pieces out, so to speak.
I was really up for it, to be honest. I wanted to do it, so yeah, as you'll see if you look at my picture, Mr. October, you'll see.
Well, that was 12 men from Bridlington who bared all in the name of charity. The veterans went commando in a 12-page calendar spread. Well, this morning they handed over what they've raised to Parkinson's UK. They've also told us what they have in store next.
The final total is £8,885. Well, that's gone to the local branch of Parkinson's UK, which is the Scarborough branch, which incorporates Bridlington. And it's going to go towards things like research, hopefully to find a cure for this awful disease. Well, the group started about 4 or 5 years ago. Camaraderie is just great. It's just like being back when we served. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of banter. We've been out, most of us have been out the services for 30 odd years. But it's just like slipping back into the days when you were serving. Actually, we have got something else planned. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do a cover CD, 24 tracks.
We've got a guy who's very good on the technical side of things. He can make us sound like Elvis if he wants.
Good job.
Yeah, well done to them. Over £8,000 raised. That's fantastic. Don't forget, if you've got a story